like when it happens to them.
Get in there. Okay.
Guys,
But there's
tech
sometimes you just
issues
can't
are
pick them.
real, okay?
Yeah.
Are we like re-live yet or not?
Yeah, we're real live.
Okay.
Oh, we're live now?
Yep. Well, kind of. I hope.
I'll find out. I don't think we're live yet.
I
What?
see the little Misty Mountain logo.
Can anybody?
Hey!
Are we here?
Are we here? Can you hear us?
Is Twitch anybody weird? Out there? Oh my gosh. Hi guys, how are we? It wouldn't be a Wednesday if there wasn't tech issues or, you know, something going wrong.
In a hotel room.
We got more.
I'd just like to say it's not my fault this time.
It's not your fault. It's not.
I'm completely uninvolved.
It's nobody's fault.
This one doesn't include you at all. It's fine.
Sometimes it is somebody's fault, and then it's my fault. But this time it's not.
I mean, this time it is not your fault. But what's going on, guys? How are we? How's chat doing? Did you hang out with us as we suffered through that? My computer having an aneurysm. Yeah. We got 2 people on the road at shows again. You guys are at Emerald City? Question mark? Nice.
Yep, Emerald City.
Yeah, and then the other 3 of us are, you know, being cool and at home, not doing fun things. But whatever, we're playing D&D.
I'm only doing one of those things he said.
Basically. Rob, what do you got for announcements, my dude?
Announcements-wise, I suppose we should probably thank the people who have contributed to the success of this stream over time and whatnot. We had several people resubscribing last Monday while we were too busy role-playing to thank anyone. Leo Yeager resubscribed. Prismatic Lightning resubscribed. They have been with us from the day one that they were around. They subbed, and so every time that they resubbed, they subbed together. Dabs gave out a sub. Irish Mac gave out a sub to Crash Candy Cosplay so that she could support the stream. Thank you, Irish. Thank you for taking care of our girl. And Baconator gave out 5 community subs, and I did not say anything about it at the time, but I did notice, and I hope you watched VOD and know that we appreciate you. As did Overnumerousness for his 9th month.
Wow.
We also got follows from Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, from Codus Lotus, Dravarius Shimazu, Campin Jimmy, Fizzblood, Arrows Sweet, Totally Not Irish Mac.
All right.
Lobi and Dragon Rider. Thank you guys all so much for following. Thank you for joining our party. We're Misty Mountain Streaming, and we like to tell and experience good stories. And sometimes we settle for letting Rob tell them, and our favorite way to do... Sorry.
You're never...
Wow.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Sorry, the way that line's supposed to go is, and our favorite way to do it is by telling and playing tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. And Rob, we are fast approaching our 20th session of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We're not there, but we're coming up on it, dude.
Are we doing something special?
It's up to you.
I was going to say, it's a little bit up to you, but
Oh.
we're coming up to it. We've not done a 20th session. I mean, we haven't done an 18th or 19th session on the channel either.
What is this, 17?
You going to make me look?
Yes.
Yes.
I gotta know.
Hang on.
9?
Maddie's got 19th written.
I typically believe Maddie over myself.
I write it at the top of my journal every time.
So I only planned for this to be
smart.
20 sessions long, so we got a lot of content to get through, guys.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up, guys. Chop, chop.
We can't have 20 sessions, so...
Well, too bad.
This is, I think, according to my log, it's 18, but it could be wrong. I'll have to go back and check it session by session.
I think Maddie's right. I think it's 19. Because the last time we had this problem, Maddie was right.
It's true.
In that case, you probably owe me a video then, Rob. I haven't added
put
it
one
to
in the
YouTube
Google
yet.
Drive, okay, so... I'm pretty
That
sure
might be the problem is I'm missing one. Anyway, soon.
It'll
Perhaps
happen
only a
soon.
week away.
But-
Other announcements before everybody says hello. Monday, we will be having our community one-shot, where, let's see if I can get it right this time, Grimforge, aka Payden, the Existential Nerd, aka Eric, and S-Jax, aka Sarah, and Maddie and myself will be playing a custom one-shot to terrorize them with as congratulations for winning and supporting our channel, because that's
what we do.
the way that the give and take works. We've been looking forward to that for a while. Very excited to finally actually play with these people and to show you guys the faces of people in the community that you may not have seen. That's all I've got.
Okay. Well, do you guys want to jump into the recap and get going? All right.
I'm not doing the recap, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, no.
I was just waiting for everyone's affidavit. I think we had tried to say we're going to see how two people doing the recap goes this time.
Yeah.
Bye forever, Maddie. I love you.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
Where's my water? I was feeling dehydrated.
Guys, they are in the same room. Don't be confused. It's fine.
They're the closest to playing D&D as it was meant to be played that this channel has come in a long time.
We also, I'm going to show everybody off right now. Here's the beds. There's one there. There's one there. We have a separation wall.
Just the face, though. It's just the face.
Yeah.
So that when you go to timeout, you actually have somewhere to go.
You can definitely see each other's feet still. It's fine.
It's totally fine.
What are you trying to say, Rob?
Nothing.
Rob, are you
I
making
had a
it weird?
good-
No.
I had a good sleep in here earlier.
Oh, you're making it
okay?
weird.
Because I woke up early and John told me not to worry, to relax, and I got very confused. So I had a good time in this hotel room this morning by myself. And then I laid in bed and watched Jacksepticeye for a little while, and then I decided
Jack.
to
Man,
in hell.
that takes me back a ways.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
I told you.
Cheshire and Wick, you guys are giving our recap, and you both will have advantage on a
Oh,
roll.
This is how
Oh,
this
we're-
works. We should have been doing it jointly a long time ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Right. So, where to begin? We've been going about this place, Loomlurch, for a while now. Rescuing children, slaying dragons, actually, literally, and avoiding the notice of its primary occupant, a terrible hag named Granny Nightshade. And that was going quite well. We finally found her bedroom, and we were looting it, and there was a dollhouse, and it made things small. And then she jumped out of it, and it was all hands on deck on fighting her for a moment, which we did quite successfully, I'm glad to say. And the dollhouse seemed somewhat magical and somewhat, therefore, dangerous and intimidating to me, and yet it didn't stop everyone else in the party from jumping directly inside of it. We'll just take it in turns, I figure.
So yes, while we were inside the house, Big Sister Sawyer and I went upstairs while Scinn and Cheshire were doing something else. I don't know. There was some stone man involved. I was not there. What did happen though was I almost got ate by a door. There was this monster. I've never seen one before. It scared the little birdie life out of me. Almost literally. I almost died. It was very scary, actually. But Big Sister Sawyer saved my life, and then Big Brother Cynic had the sense that I was in trouble. I mean, I imagine we were making a lot of noise. I don't really know how this works. I've never had, like, family before, so this is new and weird. and quite wonderful, if I might say. But yes, we kicked the crap out of this door. It was quite scary. Everyone came to help afterwards. And then we took a nap. A very long nap, a very needed nap.
It's
And,
as you say, there was a rock gentleman downstairs, and it was very insistent about having a drinking contest, which it seemed like something of a stacked deck with him being made of stone and everything. Nevertheless, I was rather optimistic that Scinn was going to beat the fellow, and then he decided to leave. And then I decided to leave, and then we wound up not doing the drinking contest after all. Going upstairs instead to literally kick a door in. We heard that was the sort of thing that adventurers do, so we did that. But it hurt a lot of us quite a bit. We wound up going back down and having at that drinking contest thing, and it turns out that I won in a rather regrettable, hangover-y sort of way. We got some gold, and we collected some little notes, and we found out what my wand, or the wand that Granny Nightshade did. It makes people smile quite forcibly and against their will, which is somewhat disconcerting, but it helped me smile, and I haven't done that. I haven't done that since I was a very young child, and I can again. That's rather nice, anyway. But yes, that we did take a nap, we did sleep, and I'm very much wondering the state of the children outside. And also where the other pieces of this note are. And also realizing that splitting up is probably a terrible decision from everything that we have done in Loomlurch thus far.
I got a knife. It flings open, and I can fling it around, and I'm very excited about this. I'm going to practice the fine art of stabbing.
Yeah.
Oh, look here, Maddie, I can order us Prosecco for dinner. No, I'm kidding. I'm not ordering us Prosecco. I promise I'm listening. I'm looking for dinner options, too.
You gotta feed yourself. It's important.
Mommy,
Listen, I have a child to feed.
I'm so hungry.
I was like, wait, you're feeding me? What?
Come here, boy. I have food. Come here, Wick. All right.
No.
The recap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I missed so much, but
Oh, wait, did anybody talk about our scaries? We
No.
had our scaries.
No,
Oh,
nobody talked about
no.
the scaries.
I've pleasantly blocked that out of my brain.
So yeah, as we ended the session last week, you all are in this kind of like a side bedroom. Didn't look like it was used much. You found some loot, as mentioned before, but what you had just experienced in that room was rather tragic. You all experienced some of your worst fears or nightmares that you could even they were so like lucid and real like that they are like it's sticking with you. Some of you snapped out of it quicker than others, and some of you seeing your friends in this state and not being able to help him also kind of freaked you out as well. Yeah, and I believe you in that chest you got a second piece of the note. Wick got a dagger that can have some fun magical abilities of turning an arm or an appendage into butterflies. And you guys were kind of assessing what you just experienced in that room.
Yeah, I forgot we left it on such a heavy note.
We really
Yeah.
Yeah.
did. Yeah. And still like rubbing Wick's back and be like,
Listen here, man. I get it. You know, like if you stop and you kill me someday, like I don't care.
I will care. I will cry.
Well, yeah, I expect your cry for me. If you don't, I'm gonna be real upset. But like, also like completely in character, bad character. I'm really hoping these walls in this hotel room aren't thin.
I'm actually really worried the person next door thinks that we're like crazy or something.
Yeah. I heard like a weird knocking noise like since last night, and for a long time I thought it was Steven knocking on my door, but no one was there.
It's spooky, haunting.
Yeah. It's Tess. It's Tickle Tess. She's back. It's Miss
Tickle.
She's back. Like
She's
someday we
returned.
gotta let you meet Mistress Tickles. Because she's a lovely woman. God rest her soul, whoever God is, because I don't swear DD. But she's a lovely lady. You'll like her. She's a skeleton.
She's real fun. She's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. See these fancy squeaky kinky boots that Sawyer wears? They came from Miss Tess. Yeah. Also foot. No.
I'm not going to try and recreate that pose there.
Yeah,
I
same.
will hear something.
I'll pull it on
You
her.
gotta be in yoga.
Yay.
oh, the short leg. Okay.
Rob, that was impressive.
Yeah.
My chair reclines back.
This is why we don't play D&D in person.
Yeah.
Not because we live in different states, but for this
We're
reason.
gonna derail this so bad tonight. I hope you guys are ready.
Speaking of, if you stop by Emerald City Comic-Con, probably Friday, you might see two particular Feywild peoples at the table. You won't particularly. You will see them.
Yeah.
We brought them.
Yeah. I made Sawyer.
Yep. I have a little green. I have the tiny gremlin here, and all weekend at Chicago when I was there and seeing, I kept walking up to Robothy and being like, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And every time I watched his shoulder just curl up to his neck.
In all fairness, that's a very understandable reaction.
Yeah, he told me that he was like, "Oh, hey, is that a Saiyan costume?" And then I walked up and went, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And he just went, "Oh no." Anyway, we're standing in a room crying about sad things that
Everything.
happened.
All the sad things, yeah.
All sad things.
We haven't poked around this room yet, right? We were just kind of recovering
We
from.
opened that chest.
The room was looted. I gave you guys the loot
Oh,
at
yeah, Cheshire, you and I went downstairs and we're talking to the dude again.
Yeah, we got.
Right. And we were breaking stuff upstairs.
Yeah,
That's
we were ready for
right.
it.
Yeah.
I have good memory, yeah.
And Sawyer is 200 gold richer, and I have part of a note.
No, wasn't it 500 gold?
Yeah. It was
Oh.
5.
He was going to give us 200, but we just
But
broke
there
it.
was 500.
Should have put my character sheet with that.
Yeah.
You never know when the gold will
We're
come in
downstairs
handy.
and we-
Maybe you can buy your eye color back.
What did it ever do for me anyway?
And Wick made us little like eye blinders for the two of us that are hungover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any doors, Dungeon Master, that have not been opened in the dollhouse yet?
There is one upstairs that still hasn't been open. And CN went out one, but the rest of you did not. Whenever
Yeah, and
he
I
went
didn't
out to
even
the balcony.
fully look in that room. I didn't even really look in that room. I just went out. So we technically, I guess, have 2 to look through.
Yeah, and they're both upstairs.
I volunteer someone else to open the door first.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a good idea.
I can do it. I'm invincible right
Okay.
now. I'm so god.
I was so you
I might throw up again, so like if there's a monster there, I just might puke on it, and then maybe it won't bother us. I'm just gonna.
That is a defense tactic I have never heard of before.
You know, cats do that a lot. They vomit to mark their things.
It makes sense.
Like the hairballs. I mean, I don't know if they actually do that, but that's what my brother told me.
All right, so
Yeah.
you two downstairs have you're down there hanging out with Rocky. He has given you his loot from the drawer that had a password, and yeah, what are you guys doing?
We never looked around the rest of this room for anything worth taking with us, right? We just kind of talked to the guy and we opened his drawer. Is there anything else that looks like I should touch it?
No, it's just kind of like standard, like kitchen, like cooking, like pots, pans, plates, cups, that type of stuff. Nothing that is really catching your eye.
And it's Cheshire and who are down here?
I think it was Cheshire and Scinn.
Well, I just said I was going to open. I just said I was going to open the door for Wick, so I guess I'm up now.
Okay.
The door for Wick.
I will look.
All
I will
right.
cast about for a single fork.
Also, do you guys like the place that I'm gonna order food from? Has a D&D roll, like a sushi roll that's the D&D. It's the
That's awesome.
Spicy tuna, cucumber.
If you want to go ahead and
Spicy-
order one of those and
Let's say
send it to me.
screenshot that so I can make one later and say that I had it.
I can't feed this to Maddie because it's spicy tuna, but it's also marinated jalapenos.
I'll die.
You won't. It'll be fine.
Oh,
I
live
will-
on screen. You want me to try
I
it?
will quote. I will quote Haley, and that we need written permission from John to die.
That's very true. He's relying on us this weekend.
He does not write many things, so you're probably going to have to live. But once I find a fork, I will secret it in my pockets and go and join the rest.
Okay.
Oh, I have a guidance. Whoever gave me a guidance, thank you.
Wild card.
Thank you.
I would say after, it's not hard. You're in a kitchen. It's not going to be hard to find. And Rocky has kind of gone back to his stone form. Isn't really talking. He's kind of upset that you're done drinking with him and you're leaving him. But you go back upstairs.
And I like my kidneys too much. I can't keep going like this, bro.
Time heals all wounds, Rocky.
Rocky gets a little choked up there. So you're upstairs. As you get upstairs, the room where all the scary sadness happened, there's a door across from it that you could go into that led out to the balcony. And then the door across from where the mimic was is another unopened door. And are Wick and Sawyer still in the room just raging?
Yeah, I'm throwing down bookshelves and I'm like stepping through the backs of them. You break them all up and it's wrecking shit.
I am practicing my stabbing.
So
good.
as you both come upstairs, you hear just this thundering crashing coming from down the hallway. You hear stabbing noises. You hear stomping. Like I said, furniture being thrown around. And as you approach the top of the stairs, the louder it gets.
Ian's gonna stop on the landing and just go, "My boy, stabbing first, asking questions later."
Just like you taught me.
Calls down the hall.
I'm so proud of you.
You just see like a thumb stick out of the door.
Yeah, it's just like a.
Go back to more stabbing.
Yeah, We'll go back to the room that I came out of originally. That shot me.
Okay.
Fire, and I'm gonna go start looking around in there.
Okay. So as you open the door, go ahead and roll me another dexterity saving throw.
Cool. Which dice do I trust?
All of them.
I didn't bring. Well, like I said, I told them before we
Right.
started, I brought all of Dorian's dice, which only roll well for Dorian.
You know what? Since you know the trap is in there, you can have advantage.
Thank you. Oh, that was slightly cocked though.
2 people
Dang
that
it, that
react
was
when a
a-
die is rolled now.
No! I rolled a 16 and it was cocked, so I re-rolled and I rolled a 2 and a 3. Plus
Okay.
whatever I have. That's not gonna do anything.
So a fire bolt comes flying back at you and hits you for 2 points of damage.
Cool. Yeah, you just hear like a little. That's it. Points. But now that I'm in, I'm gonna call out to the hallway and be like,
Hey, if you follow me in here, there's a trap that shoots fire. Just be careful. It doesn't feel good. Yeah. Hey, don't get your feathers thin. Okay, bye. I love you.
and he's gonna start looking around.
Did you
Like, we'll-
leave the door open or did you close it?
Leaving it open.
Okay.
As well.
Wick will pop over to that room to see if anything needs to get destroyed or stabbed.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, let's
sure.
go wreck that room.
As Wick walks into the door frame, you see the trap and you're ready for it, but it doesn't do anything.
It must only activate when the door is closed. We just leave the door open. It'll be safe.
Maybe you're just like really talented at walking through doors though. Because you are pretty talented. Yeah.
Cheshire will walk through. Have a look around.
Okay.
Before things get destroyed.
Again, as you guys are sitting there kind of investigating the room, you don't see anything really of value. It's just another bedroom of the dollhouse. There's a neatly made bed with a little nightstand. There's a door that goes out to the balcony, and then there's that trap that is aimed at the door.
Can I check the nightstand?
Yeah.
Like, are there any drawers in it?
There's a drawer on it. As you're kind of searching through it, you don't see anything.
All right, I'll throw it on the floor.
Can I untie my blanket cape and crawl myself under the bed?
Yeah.
See if somebody's like hiding something under the bed.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
As you kind of lift up the edge of the cover and you start to crawl under there, you're kind of caught off guard by this like giant dust bunny that is in there. It kind of scares you at first, but then you realize what it is, and you just see that the outside of the room had spider webs. There was dust, but relatively clean. Underneath the bed was gross, and it doesn't appear like there's anything really of value under there.
He's
The
gonna
dust
swat
bunny
me.
doesn't look like a heron god, does it?
You start to hear some bagpipes play.
No.
Cian's gonna like slide out then from under the bed, and he's gonna walk over to Sawyer or to Cheshire and be like,
Give me. Please. I'm covered in
You-
filth. And it's not my
Oh,
own.
clean you. Yes, sorry. And I will
Cool.
cast prestidigitation until, however, just never mind. I'm about to open a rabbit hole of whether or not 1 square foot of cleaning it scales when I am the size of a Barbie doll. But I cast prestidigitation as many times as necessary to clean Cian.
Okay.
Oh, so glad. There's a lot of gross under that bed. Don't go down there. It's probably like old lady gross.
Ugh. No, thank you. I'm good. Well, final door then, and then maybe we can kiss this place goodbye.
Yeah, when we're ready to leave, that's the way you go out. I just like jumped off the balcony.
Okay. Good to know. It occurs that I'm probably the only one that hasn't left this place yet, aren't I? Well, maybe Wick. Wick, have you left?
No.
Okay.
See, when we left, it was like in a different way. Like we were chasing the old lady to beat her up.
Okay.
So Cheshire will make his way to the remaining door.
Okay. So you get over there. You see the remains of the mimic door kind of kicked in on the room where you all took a nap. Well, everybody but Chester took a nap. And you go up and you try the door handle, and it's unlocked and it opens. When you walk in, you see the kind of like it's the cleanest room of the dollhouse, but it's still dirty. There's cobwebs. There's smears of like paint that is kind of used as like makeup. That you can definitely tell this was Granny Nightshade's room. So she literally painted her face on. There was some boggle oil stains kind of here and there. In the room, it's kind of like a stop sign shape. And there's windows along the edges, big bed. There's a big like desk over on one side of the wall. But yeah, this was Granny's bedroom.
I will.
Does it smell like old, like truly like perfume?
It smells very heavily like old lady.
Old lady perfume and mothballs.
Mothballs, old lady perfume, red hot candies specifically.
Sam's gonna take his little hands and he's gonna like go to like first just pinch Wick's nose and then realize, oh, so you watch him just kind of like.
So are you like sitting on like trying to sit on Wick's back, like cupping his little beak nose?
I'm bigger and like in terms of like size right now to the rest of the party, even though we're all tiny, I'm still a little bit bigger, like I'm a Barbie doll size. So like instead he's just kind of like beside you, just like.
Yeah, you all are the same size, so.
Don't worry, I got you. If you start suffocating, just let me know.
I am suffocating now.
Oh shoot.
I need those to breathe.
I'm sorry.
Cheshire's gonna walk about the room with the flaming sword and just get rid of some cobwebs as his friends enter.
Okay. As these cobwebs are kind of burning off, you see some spiders kind of like skitter off into like the creaks and crevices of the room. Yeah.
I searched the desk.
Okay.
I'm gonna loot the crap out of that desk.
Right. So, first thing, on top of the desk, you see another torn piece of paper that says "Yarn Spinner Yor."
Wick just like holds it up and waves it around and be like, I found a piece of paper. It's got words on it. It might be the paper that you are looking for. I do not know. Paper. Here you go.
You're so good at finding stuff too. Look at you go today. And I give you a little pat on the head.
You just like feathers like ruffle and like.
You look behind Sawyer, you just see in there just going like.
As you are kind of ruffling through the desk, there's a drawer. As you pull it, it seems kind of stuck or caught, and you kind of give it a jiggle and you pull it open, and there is a very glamorous looking bag in the drawer.
Ian, I found you a new bag. Or another bag. It's so pretty. I just like handed it. Ian.
I have an apple back the hole right now. I'll hold my back in.
Yeah, I'll open it and start looking through if there's anything inside of it.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, that should be good because I'm a sorcerer. That's my best. think that's one I'm proficient. No, I'm not. I'm proficient in performance. Whoa. Okay, well I rolled a 16. It bounced to Maddie, but I rolled a 16 plus 3.
Okay.
So nice.
So the bag opens as you kind of convince it to open, and
whispering sweet words.
As you open it and you put your arm in, you're searching. It seems like it kind of goes on forever. Like it's a very large bag.
He's gonna pull his arm out and go, guys.
What?
I've heard of this before. Oh, so much shit in here. Oh my god.
So,
I'm gonna drop to his little knees and start dumping all the stuff out of his original Barbie bag and just start throwing it in the other room.
I and I take my staff and I Mary Poppins style lower it all the way in and then pull it all the way back out, and I'm like, it's very impressive.
Isn't it so cool? Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the link for it in our chat, but this specifically is a bag of withholding. The bag looks and functions exactly like a normal bag of holding, but with double the interior capacity, being able to carry up to 1,000 pounds.
Dang!
And 128 cubic feet, for whatever that matters. This capacity does come at a cost, as a bag of withholding feels unappreciated. Because players only want to talk to it when they want something. The bag must be reassured of its value and importance in order to open up to release any item contained inside. When attempting to retrieve any item from within the bag, a player must succeed on a DC 14 persuasion check, or the bag will shut more tightly. Each failure increases the DC value by 1. Successfully convincing the bag of its importance will allow the user for 1 minute to access anything that's inside, resetting the DC back to 14. Regardless of the DC at the end of the day, the DC resets to 14 at dawn the next day. As the bag of withholding has had a chance to reconsider its feelings over the course of the night.
Love this bag.
Scinn doesn't even know that's what it does. He's just going to be whispering to
You're stuck with me now. I absolutely love you. I want to talk to you all the time. Because I don't know how to not talk. But also, you're really cool. Cheshire, tell the bag it's gorgeous, because look how pretty it is.
It's a bag.
Words of affirmation, Cheshire. Words of affirmation.
Listen up, look how sparkly pretty it is. You gotta tell me it's gorgeous or I'm gonna cry.
Is this going to be the next Lucinda?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Mr. Bag, are you a Mr. or a Mrs.? I can properly name you.
Unfortunately, the bag cannot talk to you, so...
I'm gonna think on it. I'm gonna think of a good...
Yeah, come up with a good gender-neutral name.
Yeah, we're gonna think of a good one.
Like Tony.
It's a long bag.
This is Tony, guys. He's Tony Hawk.
The neutral name of the world is Tony Hawk.
And now it will forever be told that it looks like Tony Hawk to its face, even if it's actually Tony.
We're going to think of a better name, and if chat wants to suggest names, by all means, I think of a better name.
Oh, there's name suggestions out there.
It does seem like a very nice bag, and I'm glad you have it. And that it has you.
Best bag ever.
There you go.
He's gonna gently clip it to himself, patting it.
Oh, is it a fanny pack?
I'm laughing at the name.
I see suggesting the name Potassium for the bag.
Baggins.
Do like potassium is very funny to me.
Just like, you need to pick me up, call potassium.
So as far as you can tell, that is really anything that's worth value in the room.
Okay.
I stabbed
I'm
it
busy
up.
dealing with my bag if anybody else needs any to do anything.
I just
I'm busy
like
with that.
stab it out of practice of stabbing.
Sawyer's gonna go over to one of the walls and pull out her little dagger that she never uses, and she's gonna like scratch into the wall. Down with hags, viva la revolution! No more shackles in the workshop. She's gonna spend some time really like making it look real nice and clearly legible.
Is
Okay.
there like a large kind of blank cloth? Equal question, secondary follow-up question. Will that cloth expand if we leave with it?
Ooh.
That I don't know, but there's the comforter on the bed.
If you wear it, all of our clothes have grown and shrunk with us. So maybe if you wear it like a cape, it'll grow and shrink with you.
Yeah.
Wick finds like some ink and like dips his feathers in it, like fingers, and writes on a like bed sheet, "Viva la Revolution," and like ties it around his neck like cynic. Just stands there like.
Cian's gonna tap on Cheshire's shoulder and be like,
My boy, he's doing arts and crafts now. He's so talented.
That I can get behind. I'll join you in celebrating Wick's
Like-
autistic passions.
It's like he's just got so many different talents, like he's great at painting and he's great at murder.
A lot of crossover there with the two of those.
Really is like
Exploring his red period, and the different strokes for different folks, and yeah. Mhm.
yeah, just so long as he doesn't make like a Black Dahlia, otherwise we'll be good. Yeah.
Black Dahlia.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Okay.
Tell you when you're older.
Okay.
By older, I mean maybe if I remember.
It has been
Just like flies around the
19
room like a superhero.
It has been 19 sessions of trying not to smile in character, and now I can just do it.
How does it feel? Does it feel good?
Better. I have to pop out of character every time I wanted to laugh at something.
Hey, Wick, once we're out of here, you can put your flag on my extending staff. We can wave it around and dramatic as we free everyone.
We will show everyone that we are here for business, and we are going to take down these hags and make everything better for everyone. Like a proper revolution.
Grow up. I'm telling you, look at you go.
It's just like hands strutting around, like, I'm such a pretty bird.
All right, so are you guys heading out, or what's the plan?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready to jump off this balcony with a cape on. Let's do this.
I feel like we've done enough damage.
Yep.
I don't think there's a minimum amount of damage we can do, but, we could do more, but it's probably time we left, nonetheless.
Once we're out, we can...
Well, no, I'll wait until we're done with this.
What? No?
But I was seeing was gonna run downstairs and tell Rocky, be like,
Hey, bro, if you wanna come with me, get to the window or something, and I'll see if I can break you out. But right now, you're too heavy for me to carry.
Well, okay there, buddy. If you ever want to come back and have a drink with Rocky, I'll be here.
forgot that was his voice.
Yeah, I'll take a milkshake the next time. We'll drink like that way together. But like I was just saying, like, if you want to see the world, just like get to the window. I don't think I can throw you off a balcony. I'll figure out what to do with you, but like I can carry you around if you want me.
But to get to the window, I have to go past a wall.
Well, yeah, but like that seems easier than you getting up to the stairs, to the bedroom, to the balcony, yeeting yourself off the balcony. Like it's a lot, you know?
Well,
I got the reference.
Thank you. So Rocky is grateful. He seems content there for the time being, but he is sad that he will be lonely again.
Here, I'm gonna.
Before I get too far into this, Icy asked Rifle if you got a thing that she sent. I'll tell you.
I did get said thing, and I was hoping to have said thing done for tonight, and in the process of making it, it failed. So I'll send you a picture when I get said thing done.
Okay, well we got that done, but yeah. So Cian's gonna like he's gonna pull out a marker that he always keeps on him. He's gonna pull it out and be like,
Here, you're not lonely. I'm just gonna draw you like a little dog on the table. I mean, it's not real, but like, he can't read you. You get to name whatever you would like to name him or her. Okay, thanks. All right, I'm gonna go back to my friend's side.
All right. Well, thank you for everything. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to tell people to come here and drink with old Rocky, I'd appreciate it. But, be safe. Look after your friends. You guys are good people.
I'll tell Bluebeard about that, because all the other people here are kids. He's like already kind of a tiny guy. Like, he seems like he probably likes some good drink.
Okay.
I'll send him your way. I'll tell him to come to the scary hag's room.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
To be honest, too, we're about to take that potion with us that makes you bigger, so you may just be stuck with him forever.
Is he cool?
I mean, we talked to him for a little bit, and I gave him the vibe check, but I also tried to make him kiss my ring, and he said no. So I guess you could say he's cool, but he's a little bit don't get on his bad side, maybe, because then he might be nicer to you.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Don't ask him to kiss the ring, and all will be fine. Also, his name's not really Bluebeard, but I don't remember what his real name is. Okay, bye.
and he's gonna fly out the door. Go join everybody and leaving.
Okay. So as you guys get out to the balcony, you are ready to kind of evaluating, because at your scale, it's a decent way down. You could hurt yourself if you just jumped, and when you're sitting there, you're focused more on where you're gonna land. But as you briefly look up, it's kind of terrifying how big everything else looks in comparison.
Is this how you feel all the time, Scinn?
How dare you?
And he's gonna.
I'm just trying to understand you better.
He's gonna fly out of the house and go over to the potion wherever we left it and try to get some out for himself to just kind of lick it up so that he has to catch everybody he can.
So yeah, you start licking your hands from getting all the potion on your on your hands, licking it, and you pop back up to normal size.
He's gonna run over and be like,
"Hey guys, can you guess what movie this is?"
and he's gonna gently pick Sawyer up and he's gonna climb up part of the bookshelf and be like,
Can you guess what movie it is? Can you guess? No. Spoiled it.
What is a movie?
Tell you when you're older.
I'm older than they are, and I don't know. If that makes you feel any better.
On the table.
Thank you. Stick my hands in the little potion and lick them off.
And as Sawyer kind of grows back up to normal Sawyer size, the nightstand kind of gets bumped, and that glass jar that had the moths in it next to the nightstand happens to fall off and break. And it's almost like the magical essence that was keeping everyone tied to the house is gone.
Okay.
I almost looked at that when we first got into the room.
Yeah. I was waiting for the day that CN actually broke that on accident. Here we are, it's the accident.
All right, who wants to go next? And I hold my big hands out for the little U's to pop on.
Before we make you big, do you want to fly, Wick? I can let you fly. I can just hold you into this thing.
Oh yeah, Cheshire, you want me to fly around?
Just big, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Wick just gets up onto the little ledge and grabs the end of the cape and flying squirrels off.
And it's just ready to just
Guys, we're so good at this stuff. I mean, we fought a hag, went through a dollhouse, we destroyed all kinds of stuff. We're just really good at this.
Yeah.
When we're done here, we should keep doing adventure stuff.
So
Really good at murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something you got to do when you're on adventures.
Yeah, sometimes.
you all have popped up to normal height again, and you see the broken glass from the little moth jar. You see the bed. You see the cradle on the far side. You see the dollhouse. On the other side of the room, among the bookshelves and stuff that you guys already looted, there's another door over there that you haven't explored. But everyone go ahead and roll me a perception check.
And we all die.
I gotta win.
On the flip side, I got a natural 20, so
Okay.
Matt just rolled a 1 and I just rolled a 20. Let's go.
I got a 12.
Okay. So everybody but Sawyer notices that the hag's body is gone.
Where did her body go?
Oh,
Happened to. I know you stabbed her and you slit her throat, and Sawyer wrecked them ankles.
Yeah,
Where did,
I
she can't
can't-
walk with them wrecked ankles. Where did she go?
I've destroyed those ankles. Yeah.
So
I'll look under the bed for her.
So what you're saying is there's no body in here?
There is no body in here.
That was terrible.
Just,
There's
Mike,
lies.
I haven't tried to do comedy since we left Petal. No, that is a problem. Actually, I was thinking privately that if we completely cleared this place out of anything that could hurt them, then the children could just have the run of this place, and they'd be protected from the things that are outside, and maybe the reputation would keep things away. But if there's possibility of her still being up and ticking, then maybe that's not such a good plan.
Well, we probably gotta hunt her down. And if we find her and she is in fact dead, say we tell all of the servants that it was actually the kids that murdered her, so they're all afraid of the kids and then don't mess with the kids because of the kids can stay here.
Oh my gosh, you guys, her body's gone.
Good job, Sawyer. You're so smart.
He's gonna lean over to Wick and be like,
We're the smart ones. We're the smart one.
The smart one.
Yeah, we're the smart. That's my boy. Look how proud. I gotta tell you, just on a completely different note, I gotta buy myself a fridge to start pinning all the things that my little baby does on it, so I can be proud of him for years to come. I need that fridge.
You could always just keep the things in your new bag.
That's true. And then the bag can feel special because I'm keeping special things in them.
It's a cycle.
Yes.
It's positivity on
Also, I'm warning all of our audience next week that after I'm losing my voice, this voice ain't gonna sound like this. It's gonna sound like this as I'm trying to talk and see if I'm gonna be losing my voice. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be bad.
Cian's gonna hit puberty. It'll be great.
I lose my voice, start to at every single show that I work, and I've got 2 back-to-back, and this one's 4 days, so I'm probably gonna lose my voice.
At least you'll have Monday to rest this week.
Yeah.
I won't.
No, you don't.
So I think it's been too long since we've checked on the children. Yes, Wick.
I have a question. For the DM actually. Is there a trail of that like weird oily substance that indicates her body might have been dragged off?
Not dragged, but you can definitely see a trail that went down, just kind of went down the stairs and then kind of like fades off.
Is there like a footprint around in the oil, like a?
Just the one that she would have had.
All right, had to ask.
Good question.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we can go check on the kids, but if Granny's up and moving, I think we should be stealthy.
Start sneaking down the stairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Just hear like click, 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 click.
Yeah, it's just a.
Okay. So are you all adventuring out to where the children were, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're sneaking and you make it out to the woods and you notice that you get into the spot. You can see Elkhorn's out there and he's kind of quietly playing with the kids, kind of trying to keep their attention, keep them from running off. But everyone's safe and sound.
Lucinda! So they know it's us coming.
Yep. A couple of the kids hop out of the tree, some out of the bush next to it, and they kind of all swarm you and kind of give you a big hug. And Pud looks over at Cian and was like, "See, I didn't do anything bad. I was good, I promise."
Me check with Bluebeard for, hey, did he do anything wrong?
Oh no,
Because, I mean,
he helped keep all these kids in line.
that's right, I put the fear in it. Knows his place now.
Cheshire has so much candy left over from those goblins and ridiculously overpaying them. He will open up a bag and let any kid who wants a candy take one.
They all just reach in and grab handfuls of the candy. Excuse me. And they're all thank you, Mr. Cheshire.
Well, there you go. There's the caloric intake for the next week taken care of. We still had more to find. Children, who's missing? Can anyone tell me who's missing? I don't need names. Just need to know how many are left.
I think
He's in the workshop. We left him there. The last ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Elkhorn actually went and got two of them that were up in a room on his way out. So it would just be the two left in the workshop.
Well,
According to my last tally, we had found 8. Yes.
I think there were 12. So if he found 2...
There should be then. That sounds about right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna warn you now. I know we told you last night we killed Granny. To be honest, we did kill her, but like we can't find a body right now. So just in case he shows up, it's fine.
Just keep your wits about you.
Yeah. Also, Pud, if Granny shows back up, that's the one person you're allowed to be cruel to. You can just like kick her in the knees.
Yeah, or punch her in the ankles. That's what I did.
Yeah, like if she shows back up, like you just let all that little pent-up rage right out on her, my man.
Yeah, you guys are all allowed to beat up Granny.
Yeah.
And if you need to make the heroic sacrifice play and throw yourself at her so that all of your friends can escape, you be that hero, Pud.
You guys are so brave.
He's gonna like pull Cheshire aside
and be like, you just told a child to commit bad.
Well, no, not really, because we're going to go take...
It's okay if the child murders. It's okay if the child doesn't murder themselves.
We're going to go take care of it. We're going back in. We're going to save some children. We're going to find out what happened to her. Probably if she's still alive in any sense, she's probably running, wetting herself, thinking about the fact that we all basically killed her in our sleep.
Maybe some of your children stole her body and cut her head off and is displaying it on a pike.
That is a best case scenario.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go see if it's in the workshop, a head or a pike.
Yeah.
So as you get in there, the two other children are in there, excited to see you because they haven't had any like communication or anything within the past day or so.
No one has come in here to relieve them from their shift. They've just been going.
Tired.
What are the shift things? We just work.
Time is different in the Feywild, okay? So they're super excited to see you. And as you kind of guide them back out into the woods, Elkhorn's kind of taking a head count, and he's like, "Perfect, they're all here. We can finally get out of here." Thank you guys so much for helping rescue these children.
We burned this place to the ground.
No, sweetheart, we can't burn it to the ground if we're gonna let the kids live in it. But like, if you want to really burn like a certain item, I'll help you build the bonfire.
You can do a little bit of arson. Just
a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit, like we got the Molotov cocktails. Like, what can I say? Yeah.
Of course, you do burn the whole thing down, then presumably the dollhouse will also burn, which would presumably also burn Rocky, which may not burn, but certainly everything that he's up there drinking would burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock beats fire. So he'd be fine.
Maybe we should go break Rocky out and like tell him to grab as many, the booze that he can hold. Then we burn the dollhouse down.
Maybe the dollhouse is all of her power. We have to destroy it in fire.
I would very much like to destroy this whole place, but that is me.
Well, all these kids were basically lost and stolen, right? Yeah, they probably want to go back to their families and everything.
All right, children, quick vote. Who wants to live in the terrible house where you were kept imprisoned, and who wants to burn it down?
You start hearing them all chant, "Burn it! Burn it! Burn it!"
Okay, well, we're going to make one quick pass through and make sure that nothing's in there and no one is in there that doesn't deserve burning, and then we'll burn it down. How's that sound?
And they all start cheering and just kind of going crazy. Like, you just told them that they're going to Disneyland, and like you still have to drive to get there.
Cian's gonna lean over to Cheshire and be like,
"Is this perfect that we're burning it? Because it's also gonna hide that you murdered that girl in the closet."
Yay.
We should check to make sure she's still there too.
Girl is a strong word for what it was.
The pig. Pig, okay? The pig.
Yes.
Just saying, man, this is the
I-
perfect way to cover up the murder, so no
I
one's
think-
It's going to smell awful.
There's no jury would convict me, is all I'm trying to say. Anyway, yes, we should go through and have a look.
The way there, Cian's gonna start teaching Wick
to be like, so you put the cloth in the bottle of the alcohol. Like,
So you guys are going through. You're doing your sweep. You see the 10 guards kind of like retiring to their little houses and within the barracks. You're still making your way through. You get to the hallway. You poke your head into the room of where you killed Sopig. And the body of Sopig is still there, kind of tucked behind a crate, hidden a little bit.
Oh.
Start to close the door, squinting, and then open it. Close it.
It's still there. Then you make your way through the kitchen. There's again nothing there. Go in. Like, you're basically making the whole dungeon crawl again. You get all the way down to the bottom of Granny's room, and still no trace of her or anything that needs to be saved. You go upstairs, and you see the dollhouse again, the broken bed that Wick threw, some rummaged around books, the dollhouse, and the other room that was up there.
Can I make some sort of check to see if I can follow the body in whatever path it took, investigation or survival or perception or something?
So as far as you can tell, you don't have to make a check. Like, there was the slight oil stains of a footprint kind of that made its way to the stairs and then down the stairs, and about halfway down the stairs is where the footprints disappeared. Yeah.
Okay. Can I look in this area of the hall for, like, secret doors or funny buttons or weird planks where the trail might have disappeared into?
There is the only secret door was the one that would have gone out where the rocking horse was.
Okay.
That was the closest exit.
Does it look like the footprints stop abruptly, or does it look like they were fading out as she was walking, and that's maybe why they've stopped?
They kind of faded.
Okay.
I think this is code for drop it, guys.
Yeah.
It's a normal chair. There's nothing wrong with
There's
the
I've
chair.
noticed
nothing
Machina
wrong
the
with
villain
the
away.
chair.
The whole time while walking through the house, Wick is just like pouring lamp oil.
I love that visual of Lil Wick just like, yeah. When we passed the tin soldiers, because they were huge jerks to me, just came in, I was gonna be like, they said, you didn't trust me before, I don't care if you trust me now or not, but get ready. Get ready.
And they just, like, they kind of look at each other like, "What? Get ready for what?"
It's up to you to see if you even think I'm telling you. And I walk away like this.
Sam's gonna fly up behind her and like toss one of his many like trinkets at them.
Be like, that's what she wanted you to get ready for, so you don't lose it. Definitely nothing bad's about to happen. Just stay in the house. Just stay in the house.
How many entrances and exits are there from the tin soldier room?
Let me see.
You're a real arson.
You really are.
Give me the map.
Sorry, I wanted to burn everything to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
Burn it.
This is the
We just gotta
choice.
really make sure there's no kids left in here, and then
Yeah.
we can burn.
True.
Well, the
From the 10 soldier room, there is...
Is it a non-1 number?
There's not really even a way directly out. One door goes to the workshop. The stairs go up to one where the
2.
The carpet tried to kill you. Go all the way up the stairs is where Pud was with the kid. And then there's the door to the hallway where you killed So Big.
Right. I just wanted to know if it was more than 1. The rest is unnecessary.
Oh, okay.
Because we could close that door and block that door.
Yeah. Sorry if anybody
Right.
heard that. Our air conditioning unit is loud.
Can't hear it.
Okay, we're good then. I'm gonna quickly fly over to the workshop before we barricade anything. If we're choosing to barricade, and just make sure the kids aren't in there.
So
it's impractical to try and barricade this whole place up. But if they were in a dead end room, that would have been a choice we could have made.
Yeah.
So yeah, they kind of they're really confused as to what they're supposed to be getting ready for, and they're like, "All right, be on your way."
It's just to give you some context so that you know to stay here and be ready. It's something Granny just said get ready. She didn't say it for what, but Granny just said get ready. So just stay right here. I know what happens. Just stay right here.
Standard attention.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Both of us? Gonna use Jane's. Yeah, is it both of us or just me? Technically, Sawyer jumped in on that.
It'll be an average of the two of you. Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
Just to be clear, you are all perfectly aware that these children are not from here and we're not having a good time. I mean, that's painfully obvious to all.
I mean, the children have been here for quite some time, as long as I've been on duty.
Yep, got it. Thanks. Just needed a clear head on that one.
I have a +3.
Oh, well, that makes an average easy. We both
Yeah.
got 14.
Yeah.
Okay, that does make the average pretty easy. They're a little uneasy as far as you keep insisting that they stay there and get ready, but they're just still kind of brushing you off.
Stands behind Cheshire's leg and just flicks him off.
Small, angry son.
There's so much anger inside his tiny little.
I heard this one time.
I'm gonna go into the workshop and try to find the kids if they're still in there.
Oh no, you guys already went in and rescued them.
We did?
Sawyer did, yeah.
So we've not found anybody?
Yep,
What happened to
everyone's out.
Everyone's out? Okay.
Yeah, because
Cheshire's gonna hand
got the
his,
two upstairs.
Gonna hand his
Okay, that
scimitar to Wick and teach her the command word, or teach him the command word, pardon. And start walking towards the door.
One more thing I want to do real quick before we begin the arson. I do want to go find a guy with the rotting apple head. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Or was it a pumpkin?
Chuckle.
Yeah,
head,
Chuckles.
Chuckle.
He was outside of the workshop at the goblin stalls.
His whole deal is that he's gonna die because his head's rotten. So I figure let him live a couple more days. I'm just gonna lean out to him and be like, "Hey, you let us in here in the first place. Just heads up, it's gonna light up soon. Might want to stop running." And then I'll go and join everybody else.
Okay.
The fair heads up.
Yeah, he was all right.
Oh, is someone going to get the dollhouse, by the way? And do that.
Ian leans out to you, then be like,
Slayer, it's not okay with a rotting head that they're up.
Oh shit.
so I'll go get the dollhouse. I'll go, I have some rope, because adventurers have rope. I'm gonna tie the rope around the house so that I don't have to touch it, and I'm gonna just like a helicopter, lift it and fly away with it.
So, as you got up there,
Go on, I'm going on a trip.
as you got up into Granny's bedroom, it's eerily quiet, and you're definitely on a mission, and you start tying up around the house, and you start to hear like clicking noises of like what sounds like gears, or like just click, click,
Oh no.
click, click.
Is it in the room or in the house?
It's in the room.
Quickly whip around. Just start like, where are you? He's basically gonna be like, where are you, old lady? I got you once.
Looking around the room, you don't hear anything, but you do still hear the clicking.
Don't hear anything, but you hear.
I don't see anything, but I don't. Yeah, okay. Because I have use of this, I am going to use my fairy use before I cast it. I'm going to use my fairy use of fairy fire. She needs to, if she's in the room and invisible, she needs to make a dexterity 14 saving throw, or she will be shown to me.
So, what does it look like as you're casting this?
It's Ian standing in the middle of this room.
It's just glitter.
Yeah, it's just like.
Hard for me, old lady. I know you got bad ankles now. I'm gonna hear them cracking eventually.
Can I just say what a joy it is to witness this in person? You over here just going off.
So as you're blowing this glittery fairy fire around, nothing illuminates itself to you, but you do still hear the clicking. It sounds specifically like it's coming from the other room that is attached to Granny's bedroom.
I'll send a quick message to Wick this time, because I don't do that as often as I do the other two. Be like,
Child, here. Going to investigate. If I don't come back, know that I love you, but also come save me. Okay, bye.
I'm gonna fly over to the other room.
Just
Actually, no, he's gonna fly to the door, and if he can, he's gonna peek inside, and if the door's closed, he's gonna put his ear up to it.
So as you put your ear up to the door, you hear the clicking, but you hear the clicking several times over, like it's coming from like 5 or 10 different sources.
What?
Oh my God! Someone fed Gizmo after midnight.
I'm gonna open the door. I mean, why not? I'm gonna open the door.
So
No, wait. I back up, because I think I have a use. Oh no, I didn't take it. Never mind. I can't do that.
Okay. So as you open the door, ready to just kind of attack whatever's in there, you immediately see
Opens the door holding a knife, and it's just like.
You see a bunch of old empty birdhouses that are nailed to the wall. About half of them are empty, half of them have little mechanical robot birds that are all making a clicking sound. And they appear to be... Oh wait, I guess I can just read this. The cages are filled with tiny clockwork sparrows. As the birds' gears turn, their thrums with a rhythmic ticking. Paper and quills are heaped on a small writing desk under the cages. A pair of open windows overlook the forest beyond. Carved into the wall above the windows is the word hither, and above the other is the word yawn.
Well, yeah, he's gonna go steal whatever seems. He's gonna go steal whatever seems useful off of the table. Now, like, just kind of like shoving papers into the bag of withholding. It's in his normal little bag. He's like shoving them in there just to deal with it for right now.
So you actually grab what's immediately right on top of the desk is 3 letters. Yeah, that's all that's there.
I'll investigate those later. Yeah, he's gonna shove them all in the bag, and he's gonna quickly go back to the door. He's gonna be like,
Don't know what you are. Just stay in here. You know, Granny just said stay in this room. No matter what happens, just stay in this room.
I'm gonna close the door and go get the dollhouse and then go back to everybody.
Okay. So as you pick up the dollhouse, you hear a voice there. Whoa! Where are we going? What's going on?
Don't worry, Rocky. Just don't vomit, because we already did that in other rooms of the house. We're just going on an adventure. It's fine.
Where are we going?
Quick, tie your flag on the pole, and I'll stand outside, and when you light it ablaze, I'll wave it, and I'll say, this is from Wick.
Yeah. So the other hags get the idea.
So, as you finally get out to the others, and you have the dollhouse, you have the flag ready, and I'm assuming you're ready to light the place ablaze.
Yeah.
So what does it look? How are you setting this place ablaze? What does it look like?
Wick just looks up to Cheshire and it's like, can I do this thing now? Can I light it on fire?
Yes, I mean, as far as I care. Seems like it's your choice to make.
Will you do that? You do that, my baby? Just like, not the crazy eyes right now. So like first, just like, you know, get those, look cool while you're doing it. You know, not crazy, just look cool.
Just like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just runs, and a voice that you don't really know, just no idea where this voice came from, just like comes out and it just screams revolution really loud. Just like
just
starts
picturing
hacking at the house, like,
Revolution!
So, where you're striking it, like the flames are starting to spread to the house, and they're growing with more and more intensity. And I'd say at this point, about half of the house is kind of engulfed in flames.
Meanwhile, while
Hands-
this is going, go on.
Wick hands Cheshire back his sword and just starts wrapping sticks with cloth and like handing them out on fire. Like, here you go, kids. Go start your own fire, children. Spread the word. This is revolution.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Waving the
Ian's
flag.
sitting in the ground, like on the grass, like cross-legged, and be like,
Rocky, this is grass.
Cheshire will be sitting next to Cien, completely unconcerned with the Rocky situation, but watching to see if anything exits the house that he feels shouldn't.
That's because you're smart.
Yeah.
You don't see anything exiting the house. You hear some like groaning and screaming. What you can assume is the 10 soldiers in the barracks. And then up towards where Granny's room up there, you see these metallic clockwork birds like flying out of the window.
And I told them to speak.
Sawyer teaches all the kids some like chants that she would hear before her evenings in the fighting pits that she used to do. So they're all just doing these chants now as they're lighting things up and waving the flag.
Man, this is some Lord of the Flies stuff.
Misfit, I don't think you heard me, but when you were saying that Wick was running with the sword, I was picturing like Helm's Deep run of like,
like dives in.
yeah.
So yeah, the fire has kind of gone, like it's fully extended this old dead tree, and like as you're sitting there admiring your work, everyone go ahead and roll me another perception.
Oh,
God.
ah, fuck! Shit! Where did my dice go?
Oh, good. Oh, no.
19.
Hey, I also got a nice.
That's a 20.
Nice.
I'm really focused on waving the flag and chanting with the children.
Oh god, I have
What'd you get, Ty?
19 also. I have nothing to add to it, but I rolled a
Okay.
19.
So everyone but Sawyer kind of
Again.
again was sitting here admiring the work of like this burning tree and like we did good. We saved these children. We killed a hag for all we know. And everything's great. And then there's a large just explosion from, the oil, the alcohol that was in there. You all are not caught off guard of it. Sawyer is absolutely terrified and caught off guard by this explosion.
She's waving the flag and chanting, and she just goes, "Oh!" and like runs over to be next to Scinn and Cheshire and like brings the kids. Get close, get close.
Cian's gonna like turn the dollhouse around and be like,
Look, Rocky, that's what fire and explosions look like. If you stay with us, you're gonna see a lot of those.
Don't look at them. It's a lot cooler.
How carefully did you grab that dollhouse when you turned it?
he's basically just like think about like when people make mini dioramas. So like it's sitting there and he's not even picked it up. He's just gone and like scooted it around in the dirt.
I guess my question is, did you touch any of the mold?
Let's find out. If it's above a 10, no. If it's below a 10, yes. Oh, it's a 9, so yes, I did.
Okay. So Cian shrinks down back to the dollhouse-sized version of himself.
This
Did
here
we
very
grab the potion off the...
I didn't.
Hey, the potion guys, I'm so tiny now. It really is. The taste is that one up.
You really want to be careful. We're running out of this
Yeah,
really
Rocky, I might
fast.
just,
like getting big.
I might just leave you here. I'm gonna be honest.
I'd say you probably have 2 more uses out of the giant potion.
But what if we like cut out just Rocky's room? Is there mold
look,
on Rocky?
Rocky can leave. The moth jaw thing is broken.
But he doesn't have legs.
He doesn't have legs, and it's a safe.
He can
space.
still live a fulfilling life. He's just differently able.
I'm saying like he can't get out of there. Like I don't.
Sure, he can. He can crawl.
Listen, I'm very flattered that you think I'm that strong, Cheshire. But if I'm carrying a human-sized Rocky around at all times,
No, he
I
can
can't
move himself.
Rocky, can you chime in? We're arguing about you. Can you move yourself?
Well, my arms are pretty strong, but I don't get around very fast. But
You don't have to go fast. You got the rest of your life to be slow.
Look here, Chester. You don't have to call me slow. I might not have a good education, but I make some of the best damn fine hooch
It's
around.
not your fault. It's just all of the lost brain cells that you have from the drinking Grandpappy's hooch.
You know what? How about you touch some of
out.
that? How about you touch some of that mold and come in here and drink some of my hooch? I'll drink you under the table, you son of a bitch.
We've already been down that rabbit hole. But come on outside, and these children are going to have a dose of something to make you big again, and then you can hang out with them. I'm sure they'll love you. You're eccentric.
You just hear it get quiet. And after a few seconds, you hear a thud within the house. And you hear... doof,
2 hours later.
and you just see, you see the front door open, and you just... It's almost like the upper half of a zombie just like crawling and like scraping its way out. I told you guys there'd be zombies tonight.
Ian's gonna
promised.
pick him up like you do, like an angry, like when you pick up like a hamster or something that's angry. He's gonna just kind of like pick it up and he's gonna walk him over to Cheshire and be like,
If you want to punch him, I won't say no. I'll just look the other way and hold you there.
If he's punching me?
Yeah.
No, if I'm punching him.
No, you're not gonna punch the while he's this little now.
I didn't think so.
I don't know. I don't want to punch my friend. You know, he may have left me, but you know, just give me some of that magic juice that you promised, and I'll be on my way.
Yeah. We wound up drinking it long into the night. Our relationship has developed.
As he drinks the
It's literally
potion.
just him, like with the glass, just like dunking him upside down.
Take a sip.
Oh, he grows and he grows up to be a fairly large human, not human, but rock person without legs, and he's like, now that I'm your size, you got nothing on me. Let's go 3 rounds.
Yes, Spa,
Yep.
let's go.
Yeah, woo, violence.
Kids, come do the chants again.
Yeah.
I had promised, for the ladies' sake, to remind you when we were around 8:30, and I'm a couple minutes late.
We are a couple minutes late. Is your food there? Okay. We will actually take a break right now, guys, so that our...
Cheshire is getting ready to spar the statue man.
Not
Let's
really.
put bets on who's gonna win.
No, he wants rounds of drinking.
Yeah, you guys just want violence tonight.
He's not a
Jeez.
violent person.
Please,
Rocky doesn't fight. Rocky drinks with friends.
Now, why would you think Rocky likes punching? What possible social media
I know, right? Like, what the heck?
hallmark would make you...
excuse me for having taste.
Guys, we're going to get up and stretch our legs, and some of us are going to eat some dinner real quick. Taking a quick break. Watch the ad. Watch the fan art. We'll get some more fan art added soon. And, what should we name the bag of withholding?
There's been some very good ones, and I gotta say, someone said, "Can Potassium's nickname be K?" Which makes me think of KJ.
Aww.
Guys, we will be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in a few. The distinction of, is my name Rob or Rog?
I mean, it's an important one. You got to think about that stuff.
It's true. But
It's a matter of respect to know which letter is in your friend's name. I know for a fact that there is a Rob on here who spells his name with a G.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Rob and there is a Rog, and
it's like a silent letter, but it's not a silent letter. It's just pronounced like a G for no reason.
Yeah. Are we live?
Oh yeah, 100%.
How long have we been like this?
I always cut the mic in, when there's a fun conversation going. I'm just like, all right, this is good. What's up, guys? We're back.
This is the content you come here for.
You're here for the Rog Rob debate of 2022. And we're talking about how Rog is a far superior being. But anyway.
It's purely a matter of opinion.
We're
and
jumping
not necessarily
back
mine.
into our I'm cutting you off. You're done. Yeah, no, you guys are standing there. You were just shaken up by the explosion. Rocky has grown to be normal size, and he's ready to go 3 rounds with his friend Jose. And yeah.
He can go 3 rounds with Jose. Cheshire is not interested.
If there's a little bit of time while everybody's kind of arguing with Rocky, Wick's gonna run around to see if he can't find like some wheels, like a wheelbarrow where he can like rip the wheels off and give him a little cart so that he can roll on.
Yeah. So we can never leave Cheshire alone.
Roll me a investigation.
Roll me an investigation.
Roll me.
Don't forget you have guidance and inspiration and stuff.
16?
A 16 will work. You happen to find because you're on the garden side, you happen to find a kind of broken wheelbarrow cart thing. That you and the children that have worked there are able to kind of rig up for him to have wheels as legs, but he kind of has to have a stick or something to kind of keep himself propelling.
At least he can get around now.
He can definitely get around now. And he can look
Solid
Cheshire
plus.
right in the eye.
Yeah.
Right in my cold white eyes.
Right in the cold, dead white eyes. But Rocky thanks you all for basically giving him a chance at a new life. Thanking you for the wheels, and he kind of goes off into the distance, into the woods, and disappears.
Au revoir.
There you go. We did a good thing.
A really long time I thought that you were crazy, Cheshire, and that was just a statue. So I would sincerely apologize because that man is an inspiration.
He really talks, and
Yes.
he also really drinks.
He is not a role model, but he is a decent fellow.
But now he's rocking and rolling, so
That's a solid one. I need to find some way to write that down.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm funny sometimes. Not just all muscles and good looks.
Well, if speaking of things that different ones of us did not used to believe could talk, don't you have oil to get back to an oil can?
Oh my god, Squirts! He's still back in the treehouse. We gotta go find him. It's probably the best place to bring the kids anyways, because Will can help.
Is there enough room for
Reunite
this many
them.
kids in that treehouse? That's true. Kids are like packing.
Yeah.
Children are small. They can fit.
So let's find little Oak.
What is a little oak?
He's a big tree guy.
Like, really.
Why is he called little?
You don't know. It's odd.
It's called irony.
Just grew up.
It's meant to be somewhat comical.
Don't say his name's funny. Well, if that hurts his feelings.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if he would have said or intoned something if he minded. He knows he's not little.
No, we'll ask him the origins of his name.
Where did he hail from?
Is it a family name? Is it passed down?
My father's name was Little, and now my name is Little.
Principle. Like, my parents just came up with Sawyer. They were just like, it's a nice name.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head off and look for Little Oak.
What direction? Wick's looking to everybody. Like, I don't know what to do now. I've done everything that I've ever wanted to do in my tiny little life.
Cian's gonna be like patting your back, just being like,
How do you take action into your own hands? You're just so good.
and start like rubbing your shoulders, doing like the massage thing, like, like
I'm ready.
I give honorary last name Wonderspell. We're now Wick Wonderspell because I'm gonna be honest, my family's crazy. You feel with it.
It's an honor. Highest honor.
We're an honorary.
The sight, sound of, and the smell really of this burning tree with the explosions has caught the attention of something out in the woods and lets out this just horrendous like screech growl noise. It's in the distance, but this burning tree has caught its attention and may be heading that direction.
To go.
Yes, I suggest we use the time-honored tactic that great king once used in the face of dire straits. Run away!
I am with you, Cheshire.
And let's go this way instead for a little while. Like, you know, take a big U-turn. Not a straight, obvious path.
So, as you all start heading to the north a little bit, you come into kind of a clearing after a while that looks like a small ring of mushrooms. And where did that go? From what you can tell, there are little smaller mushrooms kind of dancing around.
And Maddie knows what this is, and she is so excited.
Mushrooms dancing around non-dancing mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's a shame. They weren't all invited to the party.
We just find a cult.
I'm not going to say yes, but I'm not going to say no.
You should probably walk around them.
We try
Not
to say
interact.
hi, just ignore them.
But if they can dance, maybe they can talk. Hello, mushrooms.
Who made that call for us? Here we go. Here we go. Everybody get ready. We gotta fight.
That's right. The last time I tried to diplomatic relations, we did almost die.
Yeah.
So these little, they call them campestries. I'm assuming that's a small mushroom. But they're singing and dancing, and they're actually encouraging you guys to come over and join them.
Oh, Wick totally does. He like listens to what they were singing and like mimics it perfectly.
Oh, there you go.
Scinn's gonna stay over by one of the trees, you know, like kind of like for once being the suspicious one, but also kind of being like under. So he's gonna like stand by the tree and just wait in case he needs to take action.
Okay.
Make use of Palasha's singing lessons and sing along.
You're gonna sing
It's
along?
like pretty decent.
Yeah, that's the thing. We should get Wick to hear Palasha, and then we can hear Palasha whenever we want.
That's such a good idea.
Cheshire, were you joining in on the singing and dancing?
Gosh, no, I'm trying to talk to them. It seems like they want to dance but not talk.
Meanwhile, off in the corner, there's like pretend this is a tree and it's Cian just like.
Well, I will have Sawyer and Wick go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Boy.
Ooh, you got this.
Okay.
You got
I've
this.
been rolling so terribly tonight.
You want to try the tray?
Yes,
Considering
I'm gonna try
Betsy's
the
been
tray.
in the tray.
14.
Roll it with your little rat.
Try. Let me get him in.
Wait. We gotta get it on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Get it in Patty. He's tiny hands. Tay has.
Hey, that's actually not
Okay,
bad.
and I get +4. So, pretty 20.
Nice.
Rat.
All in
I had a
one.
good idea. First time for everything.
So the two of you gain the benefit of true seeing.
Ooh, interesting.
For how long?
It says 24 hours.
Oh,
Yep.
Fey
Um,
Wild,
That's
oh
awesome.
my god.
You can see into the ethereal plane. I see dead people.
You know that the compestries aren't clever enough to like answer complex questions. They're there just.
Oh my gosh, I got really excited because Rob was like, "I see dead people," and I was like, "Sawyer can see her mom."
Oh!
Not all dead people.
Oh no!
This isn't a sad thing. Sawyer loves her mom.
Oh dear.
You know that these compestries they're happy, they're singing songs, they're having a good time. You're able to actually see that this ring of mushrooms is actually a fairy ring.
Oh, so we should definitely like not walk through it.
Yeah, we should back up. Keep dancing, Rick, but back up.
What's it gonna do? Send us to the Fey Wild?
From behind the tree. Behind the tree, you can see Cian just going like. With, like his tiny little dagger, he's just kind of going like. Pointing at the ground.
Hey, wait, you gonna do like put little boogie in it?
He just like boogies and backs up.
Do a moonwalk. Do like Michael Jackson. Do a moonwalk.
Oh, look at him go!
Slide.
Yeah,
slide us.
Rick!
There you
Oh, amazing!
Wick, go ahead and roll me another performance check.
Oh no! Oh no!
Not 20, come on.
18.
Okay, so as you're
Alright.
moonwalking away, these compestries see you and they recognize you trying to teach them a new dance, and they start moonwalking in their little circles and dancing.
Are they going in like a little
If we can teach mushrooms to the Macarena, I will be very impressed. Anything very hand-centric.
Wait,
That's
how does it
one of
go?
my favorite jokes, though, from What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show, because there was one episode where Nandor's trying to get citizenship for the United States, and somebody's like, "You tried this back in like the 1980s or the 1990s. What happened? Why didn't you finish it?" It's like the late
Macarena.
2000s.
Yeah, he goes, the Macarena was sweeping the nation.
If you want to try and teach the Campestries the Macarena, you are absolutely welcome to, because you just saw what they did with Wick learning, so you know that they're mimicking essentially.
Wick like tags Sawyer, just like, get down.
Okay.
Teach them some cool fighting moves.
Sawyer's gonna show them a selection of fighting moves in which there are some little like chops, and then you like block, and then you go. Hey, Macarena.
Go ahead and roll me a
Named after the
performance.
famous martial artist Mac Arena, who invented the style.
That 20, baby.
She's not.
Ooh.
Nice.
Y'all are rolling hot tonight. I mean,
So-
also badly, but
So as you're sitting here, you're teaching them, and like they're slowly getting, they're like, oh, we got it. And you just start seeing all these Campestries do the Macarena.
We're gonna spend the rest of the session here. Next, I would like to teach them the Cotton Eye Joe.
the electric slide, Mambo number 5.
Well, yeah, and
all
also
of the Fortnite dances.
CM will start to join in with that and being like,
gonna take my horse to the hotel. Like,
Go ahead and roll me performance.
oh dang it, I was joking. But performance, I think, is
Oh,
one of
you got
my. Yes, performance is a +6.
Woohoo!
17 + 6, so 23.
So as these Campestries are dancing around doing the Macarena, they start singing Old Town Road, mimicking the way you sang it.
ride till I can't no more.
Okay, and if anybody hasn't seen Art of the Campestries, you have to look it up because they're the
They're
cutest
so
little
cute.
thing
They are
in
cute.
the whole wide world. They have little tails. I love
Ian's still like hiding from behind the tree, though, so you just hear this singing, this high-pitched singing coming from behind the tree.
Yeah, so what all are you wanting to do?
Keep finding Little Oak.
Okay.
Sawyer wants to squat down real quick and ask the Campestries each of their names. Just, you know.
You would
for-
do that to me, wouldn't you?
So I really want to remember this moment, and I just want to group them in as one unit. They're individuals. She turns to the first one and says, "You have an incredible singing voice. I am very, very inspired. And I'm speaking slowly in order to give you some time. But I would really, really love to know your name." My little friend, and I give him a little boop on the tummy.
A little boop on the tummy.
Yeah, like that feels really good boy.
You say that, and the first thing that comes into my head is Ori when she was a baby. You could poke her in the tummy, and she'd act like you just shot her.
Oh, no.
You'd like poke her, and she'd just like it down.
I still do that.
Well, you see, my name is Fun, and this over here, this is Guy. Together we're the ultimate dancing team. You can call us Fun Guy.
That's incredible. It is so nice to meet the both of you. And I'm sure the rest of you have just as charming names, and I will gather them outside of the role-playing moment here to give Rob a break. But I go down the line and I like shake each. They don't have hands, but Campestries have that little like tail thing. So I shake each of their little tails. I give them a little.
They all kind of like they're welcoming your presence, and they hold on just a second. I just saw something in here that might.
You got an inspiration,
I did?
I think.
That's
Yes.
terrifying.
Alright.
Right?
Thank you.
Why would you do that? That's rude.
Hey, he works hard. Give the
It's
dungeon
true.
master the inspiration. He said, without any ulterior motive.
I
think I still, to this date, have racked up the most DM inspirations in What Lurks in the Dark.
It's true.
I had so many. I had like 13.
They wanted us so dead.
So this was the moment that having singing lessons from Palasha would have come into place, because you would have had advantage on those. I was like, wait a second,
Well,
what
should
are
I
they
have
miss?
rolled? I should have rolled with advantage then. I sang.
Yeah, and they mimicked you.
I rolled well, but I'm just saying, I wonder if I could have done better than
Let's get
23.
a nat 20 right now.
Better than a 23.
Exact same number again, so 23.
Nobody
Was
likes
meant
to
to
show
be.
off, okay?
Apparently these mushrooms do.
Apparently.
So
Um,
much. I'm so happy that we've reached this point.
Wick leans down to like one of them, and it's still just kind of like grooving along to the music. You know, birds do that. They just kind of.
Oh my god, are you doing the cute little yeah?
But he asks, we are looking for a little oak.
and
The idea
mainly
there is
because,
actually a somewhat large little oak.
and mainly just because I don't think I can do that voice again. They talk about like how Little Oak is. He's nearby. They saw him a couple hours previously. If you just keep going towards the north, you'll eventually cross paths with him.
Wick, thank you, and like bobs his head and then backs up.
Well, if you all have anything else to
Have a
do
question
here,
from the boss that I am answering.
He's like, "Why are you guys being so loud? Jeez."
God.
He's in the room next door. No, he's asking
Are you guys talking to
for
yourselves?
figuring out who's rooming and where.
So yeah, you guys have made friends with these Campestries. You've taught them dances and songs, and they told you the direction that they saw Little Oak go. So yeah, are you going to do anything left with the fairy ring, or are you moving on?
Well, Sam's still hiding behind the tree, so he's just gonna wait for everybody, and every now and then he's gonna quipe in just in case they've forgotten him to be like,
I'm still here, guys. I'm hiding over here. It's fine.
why are you hiding exactly?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not used to coming across little creatures that are just as cute and tiny and like high-pitched voices I am, and it makes me nervous.
Do you feel threatened by them?
No, I wonder, like something like, listen, Cheshire, you understand how destructive I am, and they're smaller than me. Imagine how much more destruction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'm concerned.
Oh? I mean, they are very cute, no offense, ladies and sirs. You're very cute. I'm gonna keep my distance over here. You're good.
Fun, guy, the rest of you, both are very charming and wonderful, and I hope that you continue to spread the good word of the old town road and the fighting moves I taught you.
Yeah.
We'll never forget. It will never
I
surrender.
So true. Yes.
Sir, I have one more song before we go that I feel I need to teach you. The good words of Brittany. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Roll me a performance.
I thought you were going to tell them Vive la Revolution and teach them songs from Les Miserables. The blood of angry men.
They don't need to cry.
That's a 19 then.
And you start hearing the competitor say, "Oops, I did it again."
he mimics that.
I play with your heart.
like everything is like harmonizing perfectly. It's almost like you're at a concert right now, and just like you're having a whole moment.
All of these artists are now canon.
Yeah.
Well, T-Pain was in the first episode, so.
Britney Spears, the greatest art to ever live.
It's a weird campaign.
You didn't know what you were signing up for, did you?
I've already told them the story about how I got like roped into this, which was I was working on Fern for KatsuCon, and at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I got a message from Rob that was like, "Hey, you want to join in a wild, like the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign?" And I was like pinning ruffles in the floor, like hunched like a gremlin, going like, "God, I hate everything. The world is terrible. I hate my life." And then it was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll play." "All right, things are terrible." Like.
So you guys continue making your way through the woods, and you come across. You hear kind of the stomping and the crushing of the trees as what you can assume is Little Oak. And as you get closer, you do see that it indeed is Little Oak, just kind of wandering his way through the forest.
Hey!
Elle, are you alive? I messaged you and I got put on red, so I'm not sure if you're dead.
And he stops and like slowly turns around and looks at you guys, and he just kind of lets out this big smile, like, "I remember you guys."
Hey, buddy.
Side note, I just did that Saiyan scream and could swear that I heard an echo and was like, "Oh God."
I point down at the children that we rescued, and I'm like,
Reverend.
And he looks super excited, and he does a little shake, and a rope ladder falls down, like kind of welcoming the children up into the treehouse.
He's gonna
For everyone.
put me aside and be like,
You keep acting good, because if not, the tingle, I'm gonna feel it's my Spidey sense and I'm gonna come back for you.
"That's all that he's gonna do."
"Hey, little Oak, he's squared up there. I have his boogle oil."
And he just kind of like shakes his head yes, that he's up there, because he can't talk, but he can think of Groot, but without saying "I am Groot" all the time.
That's hard to do.
Right?
Oh, the body of Vin Diesel. No.
just expressive, but just doesn't talk.
Well, then after the kids have all climbed up, Sawyer will climb up after them to go find the oil can guy.
As you make your way to the top, you can see that the children have already made themselves at home. They're running everywhere, jumping on the pillows. Squirt's looking around like, "Why are there so many kids running around? Like, what's going on here?"
Hey, Squirt, we brought some kids. Hope you don't mind.
"Sawyer! Hey, buddy!"
Hey, you'd never guess what I found for you.
Did you find me like 12 kids?
But I found those
That's right.
kids.
Responsibility. Congratulations.
I didn't ask for this.
Wasn't for you. That's all for you. Like, they're just like here now. But I got you
No.
something
Please take them
for
with you. Why not? No, you take them.
What? How about this instead? I give you some boggle oil, and you come with us because you said you could be our guide.
Well, I can't just leave the kids here. I'll take the bog oil, and I won't let it go to waste, but Yeah, I can't just leave the kids with Little Oak. He gets cranky.
But we made a deal. You said you'd be our guide.
Yeah, and the deal didn't include you bringing me 12 kids.
It didn't exclude it either.
Yeah, but Will always said that we were going to go help the kids. This is like a separate deal.
Oh yeah, if Will was here, sure, but I don't see Will.
Did Will not ever come back? Oh my god, Will's really dead. I was joking, but I think Will's really
but
dead.
I saw him. I thought I saw him. Not dead. Is he dead?
I'm gonna send a message out. It's got 120 feet, whichever direction, because if I know the person, I don't have to know exactly where they are. But yeah, I'm gonna focus on Will and just be like,
Well, if you can hear me, just answer. At Little Oak and we got 12 kids. I already got one baby mouth, but yet I can't see more.
You get absolutely nothing back.
A little tart. This kid's like, go help these kids, bring them back, and now we're in charge.
Will went out for milk and cigarettes.
oh no.
No. Oh no. You don't get Google you're not keeping up your end of the deal, Squirt.
Well, you know, that's fine, I guess.
Well, let's put it this way, Squirt. I don't think these children are your responsibility. I agree with you about that. In fact, I'm not really sure what an oil can could or would do to take care of this many children. However, as far as I'm aware, you cannot move on your own. Is that right?
That's true.
So, we're going to take you away from here, and you're not going to be able to watch the children anyway.
No.
And it can be a pleasant... Well, you don't really have a choice.
Don't touch me!
It can be a pleasant journey, and you can do what you said you would do.
Bud! Bud! Help!
Or it could be quite unpleasant.
Squirt, I'm going to level with you. With the very small amount of knowledge of the Feywild that I have. Thus far, with people that we've met in the Feywild, they've been really particular about their words and their agreements. And I feel like if you don't hold up your end of the deal, something bad's going to happen to you.
Yes, I'll make sure of it.
Isn't that like the law of the Feywild? That to hold up your end of the bargain? I hold up my end.
See him just appears at like the note of like, yeah, I'll make something bad happen. It's just like with his knife out like through by the window.
I'm not trying to directly threaten you. I just feel like thus far, everyone's been very clear on their morals and values. And I feel like you're teetering. All I'm gonna say.
So he goes on to tell you, he's
Hold
like,
up my little pile of boggle oil, and I just...
He's like, tell you what, I can't in good conscience leave these kids here, but there is another that can help you get to Jan, and I can tell you who to look for.
Isn't this a nicer way to settle the disagreement?
Well, who said anything about disagreeing?
You said you were gonna come.
I wasn't. The furry one was threatening me.
You know what? Our friends are individuals of their own accord. They can say and do what they want. It's between you and me, Squirt.
That being said, Cheshire is all for the violence. I'm gonna support him.
That's fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But we went through a lot of trouble and endangered ourselves and the lives of others to get you this oil.
Mm-hmm.
And you are being very ungrateful.
There even was a boggle herself for a short period of time.
True. It's actually very interesting. and I will tell you about it. If
You were the
interested.
cutest little boggle out of all of them. I've not
Thank
seen any
you.
more, but I can just tell you now that you were the cutest.
Can you be a boggle often?
No.
Just once.
Yeah, it was a spell somebody else used.
Oh. Well, if you ever become a boggle, if you become a boggle again, can I have some more oil?
You can't have any
No.
oil! You liar! You Welsher!
The moral of the story is you get what you can get and you deal. Otherwise, you shut your mouth and you suck it up.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If I can have the oil that you have, I'll tell you where and who to look for to get you to Jan.
I feel like that's asking a lot, since before you were going to get all the oil that we had and come with us and show us the way yourself. So that's not really bargaining, now is it? What else you got?
I'm gonna pipe in as I can with little things just in case there's a roll, so that way Cheshire has an advantage roll because I'm helping.
But we were just laying it on so hard on this little oil can, dude.
Cia's gonna pick up the oil can and just like shake it around a little bit and be like,
Ren's really good with those scimitars to see there.
Put me down! Put me down! I'm getting sick!
I'm sure the other kids are trying to
Scinn, do you think he'd fit in your new bag? He could come along, he could ride in style, in fashion.
But
I'm absolutely trying to intimidate this thing.
You have to bargain with these guys.
We definitely should put the oil can. We should definitely put him in the new bag of holding, who I think is going to be named Kay. Cassium for longer formal name. Yeah, we could definitely put him in
You
there.
don't want to go in this, but I'm telling you this just as myself.
as Cien, though, he does not know that putting a living creature in something like this does not really
No,
work.
not at all.
If you're trying to intimidate, you can roll an intimidation check.
Hell yeah.
Whoever wants to roll, I am helping you. So
Got it. Not going to do much better than that. We have a... You know what? Let's just put the guidance on it since I've got one.
my God.
There we go. That's a 19 plus 3 plus 4, 26.
Jesus.
To say this isn't a 30 after all.
So he is so scared by the fact that you're like threatening to throw him into this bag and take him against his will that he actually shoots the remaining oil that he has and out his nozzle and goes unconscious.
Now we can't do any deals or bargaining with him, you guys.
Cheshire, you actually
He's not
scared
going
the
to be
piss
like
out
that
of
for...
them.
Ha! You know,
I mean, that would be the perfect time to just go away with him.
I think so. You know, again, I really don't think that he's providing any kind of a service to these children. Like, what could he do?
He was nice the first time we met him. I'm thinking,
Where-
like,
The other children
hey, yeah.
from Will's group.
They were with Will.
That's true. Yeah, the kid that I unload.
They were on the
Yes.
heist mission.
Oh, God. They're going to
They
go
never
back to
came
our
back
building.
either.
Bad news, kids.
All right, they have nowhere to heist now. We burned it down.
I mean, for all you know, they could have gotten eaten by a Jabberwock.
Maybe we
Oh.
should just like stay here and wait a little bit and see if they show up.
They do say
I mean-
when you get lost to stay where you are.
Couldn't we ask Little Oak to take us in the direction of wherever the crap we're supposed to be going?
If
There's-
Little Oak knows.
There's only
worth a
specific
shot.
people that know how to guide. I'll tell you that right now. So
Okay. So we
Yes,
really
Little
need
Oak.
the oil can and We've just scared the poop
He
out
was
of them.
trying to unload us onto somebody else.
Well, I mean, would you want to deal with us?
It would be
If he doesn't want to deal with us, he knows how to get rid of us.
True. What I'm gathering here is our DM is saying, "Oh, can't do this without this character. Maybe we have to go find somebody."
I would never do that, and I would never, strategically place pieces of paper around.
I would never alter the deal I made sessions ago.
To be honest, I forgot about the deal, so.
Oh, I never forgot about that boggle oil. It's been on
After we worked so hard. Well, that's fine. I don't mind finding somebody else, but this oil can's gonna pay.
I think you made it pay. You made it squirt oil everywhere.
That's a prelude, my friend.
Okay.
Can I take some of my boggle oil and put just enough in there to replace the can out?
Yeah.
To see if it brings him back.
Cian's gonna gently put this can down in the way of
I didn't touch the body.
I'm gonna pick up squirt. I'm gonna put a little bit, not all of my boggle oil, a little bit of boggle oil in, and I'm gonna hook him up to my belt. He's coming with us, but we're gonna find Will.
It is good you did, because he'll have a better time riding with you than with me.
And this is the arc where Cheshire becomes evil.
This is the arc where
He
Cheshire
sets buildings on
his
fire.
family.
Cheshire's just done with Feywild BS.
Cheshire wants to go home, and people who promise to help him are not helping.
So yeah.
I'm gonna poke my head outside and knock on Little Oak. Excuse me, Little Oak. You know where Will went?
He shakes his head no, because the last that he knew, he was actually going with you guys.
That's right.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Do you know where he likes to go? Differently sports.
You can see he's thinking about it, and he's like, oh, there is a place that he likes to go, but of course he can't tell you that.
If there's any places that pop up in your memory,
and
could we try going there?
He shakes his head, and again he starts moving through the woods, and as you're making your way, you hear that screeching, growling noise from earlier, that was terrifying, is closer, and it sounds like it is in where Loomlurch was. After about 30 minutes or an hour or so of riding with Loomlurch, he
Little Oak?
Yes, Little Oak. Sorry.
Riding with Loomlurch.
Riding with Loomlurch. This is my early week at work, and I have to get up at 5 in the morning every day, so I'm kind of out of it. It's bedtime.
Maddy and I keep making each other yawn.
Yeah.
He gestures off in the distance, that Will likes to hang out there from time to time, and there's, from what you can see from where you are, there's a clearing in the forest, a clearing, but a big patch of forest that is pretty dense and thick that he can't himself get through.
On the ride over, to back us up slightly on the ride over, Cian's gonna pull Cheshire aside and be like,
Stole these letters from a room that was under Granny's bedroom. I think we should read them later. Just help me remember that I took them and that we need to read them, okay?
Okay. Yep. I imagine anything she had to say to anyone is of import in our situation. So yes, we will do that.
We'll deal with them later when like we can actually process them in case like she confesses to something, so that way we can really process. Yeah, we'll do that later. I gotta tell you, I have a bad feeling when it comes to Will. Like, what if he's really the Jabberwocky?
This is purely just seeing coming up with bad ideas, but like,
Like the other kids, they could be in on it too. How they say that there's like 3 kobolds in a trench coat. What if it's like a bunch of kids in a Jabberwocky?
I actually wrote an article today that features 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Funny you bring that up.
My friend Lucy always calls the rats 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
That sounds unlikely. Will did not seem to get along terribly, and the Jabberwock supposedly serves or likes Granny Scabatha, but, it's a possibility, and let's not rule it out.
Yeah. It's in the front of my mind. And if we find Will, I can ask him if he's the Jabberwocky.
We will do that. I do hope we find him, for many reasons.
So I'm gonna turn to Little Oak. I guess look up at his face, and I'm just gonna say, you just you don't have to stay right here, but could you stay in the general area so we can find you later?
And he shakes his head yes, very treant, just slow, confident. He's he'll be around.
You're one of the nicest people we've met in the Feywild, Little Oak. I like you a lot.
It's because he doesn't
Give him
talk.
a little pat. Smiling, being slow and nice. Right, so do we want to just go find Will so Squirt will calm down?
Do you think we will actually find this whale person?
I think he's pretty good at hiding, but maybe if he sees us, he won't hide?
I saw him in the woods earlier, I thought. So he's going to be out here somewhere.
I am paying attention. I am dealing with our food situation.
Okay.
Worth a
Well,
try.
I mean, yes, we should probably go before it gets dark.
Point. Maybe he's just playing hide and seek or something.
Maybe let me just try one more time. He's gonna send another message out and be like, "Oh, come on, it's not fun. Get any answers? Just if you're nearby, just answer. You can reply to this message."
Again, there's no response within your radius.
Still not answering. So we gotta go look for him.
Right. It's good.
I'd be pouring little bits of my water from my water skin onto the can on Sawyer's hip now and again, trying to wake it up.
The water's just beating up and rolling off of the can.
Ian's instead going to be holding his new bag and showing it the world, being like,
Okay, there's a bunch of children. And also, there's a tree. And, there's just a lot of things to look at, and I just want you to see it all.
I can show you the world.
So
I'm gonna point to Mishka before we leave, and I'm gonna say, Mishka's in charge while we're gone. Because she knows how to throw potatoes really good. I learned about potatoes thanks to her.
She's like,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
you hear that, you little brats? I'm in charge. And like,
Well, hold on.
I'm an adult, said so.
Hold on. You can't be in charge if you're gonna call them all brats.
well, they all are brats, Sawyer. You've seen them all. Pud picks his nose.
But are you a brat too?
Sometimes.
Okay, if everyone's a brat, then it's fine. Just be nice. Don't get out of Little Oak. Okay?
Deal.
Cool.
Um,
Cool, so what you do when people don't hold up their end of the deal. And I'm that's right.
That's right.
Right, let's go.
Yeah, that's right, Pud. If you act up, I'm gonna come back and I'm scared the poop out of you. For that.
Wick just like flaps his butter knife, like butterfly knife.
There's a big difference between those two.
There it is, yeah.
Just likes his butterfly knife open and closed.
So is anybody checking out the area where Little Oak kind of pointed at? If you are, roll me a perception.
Boop doop boop.
1. So update.
Or
I'm
2.
waiting to hear from her dasher because they took it to the Hilton. Oh, no.
14.
I had that issue with an Uber.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I got 6. Or wait, no, a 9.
Okay. So
If they don't answer in a short period of time, I'm just going to say it didn't show up.
Yeah.
everybody but Cheshire notice, like, as you're kind of making your way through the woods, you notice a small, like, gathering of woodland creatures. Everything from skunks to a couple foxes. There's a porcupine, a raccoon. There's some rabbits, small rabbits, not heron gun rabbits. There's a couple fairies.
There's a distinction.
Bunny rabbits.
Gotta make sure.
There's a few fairies kind of sitting, and they're all kind of like in a half circle, all kind of focused on one thing. And those of you that rolled a little bit high, I'd say higher than a 12, as you're like, oh, these animals are cute. What are they like looking at? And you see this giant spider that is holding a book. And this spider it's telling a story to these kids about, from what you can, I say kids, these animals. And from what you can tell, the story itself seems to be kind of scary. Talking about how there was a old lady that was
Lived in a shoe.
excommunicated from a city that she lived in for things that she liked to do. So she moved out of town into a giant tower, and she had tickling services available. Long story short, word got out about her tower, and nobody came to visit her. So as she grew old, she passed away at the top of her tower.
Maddie and I just looked at each other.
And the spider starts talking about, there's still rumor to this day that the ghost of this old lady still haunts the woods around, like kind of like a spooky ghost tale. And go ahead and roll me another perception. If you're listening to the story, like if you've been kind of captured by it.
Wait. Here's
Is
the
it
question,
being
then,
well
'cause I
told?
It's being told
Rolled
better
a
than I
9.
can.
Rolled a 9 before. Does that mean I even hear this story, or?
No, because I said above a
I will roll
12.
another.
You're
I
kind
will
of
roll
upset.
another perception.
Yeah, you're kind of obsessed with like the small creatures. You haven't it. I'd say you recognize or you saw the spider eventually, but definitely not as quick as the others.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. Sawyer, and only Sawyer, out of the corner of your eye, like while you're listening to the story, you see some movement kind of behind these animals. And it appears to, from what you can tell, it looks like a ghost of a very elegant looking lady with a tall white like colonial wig sneaking up on these animals. And as the spider's telling the story, she's like, and she still roams these woods today, so you got to be careful. And the ghost goes, whoa, and all the animals scatter.
Wick throws a knife.
Oh, these mistress tickles! I go over. I want to try and shake her hand.
And when she hears you say Mistress Tickles, she looks at you and was like, you know who I am?
I am such a big fan. See it.
What?
It's Mistress Tickles. I'm wearing your boots. I'm such a big fan.
We gave Lucinda, we gave your wig the most glorious send-off after she was worn for a while and loved dearly.
We were tickled.
Oh.
We came up all the way to the top of your tower.
We took you on a little adventure down to the
We
bottom.
brought you down from your tower and everything.
You.
From you.
First of all, darlings, my wig is fine. Like, you don't have to worry.
Isn't it beautiful?
Lucinda made it to the end.
But you all made it to the top of the tower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you get tickled?
We really did.
This brings me so much joy. Obviously you did. You're wearing my finest boots.
I'm honored to be able to wear them. Share them sometimes.
And she's like, give me a moment and I'll be back with you all. And she goes over and starts talking with the spider and like, that story never gets old, Yarn Spinner. I love it so much. It brings me so much joy. And like they're going back and forth and she's like, all right, now let me get back to these ones. They apparently know who I am and they've been to my tower. And
Yarn Spinner, a name that we've heard before that was like a key name.
it is a name that you have heard before. That was
It was on the painting, right?
it was on the painting.
I was on one of the pages of the note.
It was on one of the pages of the note. So Mistress Tickles comes back over to you all and it's like, so what can I do for you all?
Okay. I have your autograph.
I mean, I'm not sure what an autograph is, but I mean, if I had one, sure.
It's a
sign
John
my
Hancock.
boots.
Ah, here's a marker.
She takes it
It's a
and
hobby.
she starts writing. She writes Tess on one of them, and on the other one, she lifts up your leg and writes Tickle.
Oh, thank
Yeah, he's
you.
gonna fly over
Thank
to
you.
Wick and pull him over and
Be like, Wick, this is the Mistress Tickles that we talked about. Isn't she amazing?
Beautiful.
How are you?
This is my baby boy. Don't pay attention to the fact that I'm a fairy and he's a bird. It's a complicated situation. Stolen from a hag.
I was one of the children's at Granny's.
Bless you.
I'd
The kids
say
are free now.
about this time, Cheshire comes walking out, like he makes his way through the brush to find the sight in front of him of a giant spider in the background, a ghost in front talking with Scinn, Wick, and Sawyer.
Can I see the ghost? They have the ethereal side, and I do not.
Yeah, she's
have it.
not.
I don't.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
she's not hidden. You all can definitely see it.
There's a passing resemblance to the corpse that they desecrated once upon a time.
What do you
Sorry.
mean desecrated?
Well, I'm sure they would put it like that.
What did you all do to my body?
We brought you through all the tickles with us.
Oh, is that what that was?
Don't listen to Cheshire. He's experienced a different. He waited at the bottom. He didn't go up and get tickled or anything, so he doesn't know the connection that we've had with you.
To be fair, I was not there at all.
It's very nice to meet all of you. We were just on our way away, I suppose. Sort of looking for a chap named Will, sort of mad at an oil can, and sort of trying to leave this whole place.
Well,
some directions would be nice, actually. Are you familiar with this place and the act of leaving it?
So Will comes around here fairly often. I haven't seen him in a hot minute, though. As far as directions, where are you trying to go?
I mean, really, it's more like where we're trying to not be, which is here. We're on a bit of a quest to help Zybilna, and we keep running across these hags.
Yeah, Squirt. That's the oil can down here. He said he could guide us to Yon. So I'm guessing that's where we're going next.
So, Mistress Tickles she's kind of analyzing everything that you've said, and she looks back at Yarn Spinner and looking back and forth, trying to see should we take them to Yon? What should we do? And they both kind of agree, and Tess says, well, I mean, I've heard rumor that Granny Nightshade is no more, so can I only assume that was your all's doing?
Yeah, we thought that too, and then there was some trouble locating her corpse. But let's go with yes, that whatever was done to her, that was us.
So
I punched her in the ankle.
Yeah, Sawyer did real good.
And Wick did some real good.
Yeah.
Slit your throat.
Maybe you guys are the ones that can return Prismere to its better days. You mentioned trying to free Zybilna? Is that what you're trying? How can I trust that you're not with the League?
Well, is anyone else going around claiming to try and help?
Yeah, the League tried to kill my friend over here, and they almost succeeded, so, we don't like the League.
Yeah, and there's this really pretty cleric lady who's against them, and I'd rather be on her side.
Sawyer's got a crush.
Oh, okay. That's so adorable.
Sit with me, though. I'm gonna be her wingman, both literally and metaphorically.
Well, tell you what, we finished up our story here, and I know a couple ways out of here. One of them, I can guide you to Yon. I know how to get there safely, but unfortunately, I can only get to Yon. I for some reason I can't go any further. Or if you've run across any of the fairy rings, supposedly they can take you places as well.
We did see a fairy ring with a lot of dancing mushrooms around.
Like places, so like not a thing we could control or know in advance where they would take us.
I've never used one, so I don't know.
We'll take the guided tour, thanks. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I'm just going to put this oil can back in the tree.
Would you be willing to watch some children?
You know, I can't dedicate to watching children, especially if I'm going to be taking you all to Yarn. But I kind of have a gig going here with Yarn Spinner. We're old friends, and we like to tell stories.
Well, I guess we could think about it this way, Wick. If we put the oil can back in and then we come back and the whole place is burned down, then we could just tell him, I told you so, man, you can't do your job.
Really thought Bluebeard was going to do something about them. He's from here.
Where did he go?
Did he go back with the dancing mushrooms or something?
I mean,
Is
you
he
guys.
still watching the house burn down?
Did he come with us at all?
No, you all took the children and just left him.
Fucked off.
I figured he was coming with us.
Yeah, I did too.
I like.
I mean, I could fly back real
He was
quick
a little concerned that you guys just started setting everything ablaze. So.
I mean, if we can give me the time, I can fly back and get him real quick and tell him to get his butt in gear over here, but like...
Oops.
Point to your babysitter.
It's true, we can't... Okay, fine.
Don't go by yourself, though.
Right, Wick?
Yeah, they're not. How old are these kids?
They range
like
they
5 and 6, or like 13, 14.
They range from like 6 to 14. Like they're old enough to like you. They're old enough to be on their own. They're used to being part of like a group, a unit in Little Oak. Like they're fine.
So I think these kids have done a lot more hard living than
you
a lot of kids their age. They probably grew up fast.
In that case, I'm going to run over to Little Oak, chuck Squirt back into the tree, and then run back over to you guys real quick.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check on your throw.
Oh, you got it.
You
Don't
got
even
this.
worry.
You got this.
Proficient in those.
I've also probably confused this restaurant so much because I just had to mark an order as not delivered and reorder the exact same item.
That's a 21.
Okay. So you chuck Squirt's unconscious self. It goes up through like one of the treehouse windows, and it's a beautiful throw. And you hear the clank of it hitting on the floor, and then it quiet, almost like it had bounced up onto a pillow.
I wish Wick was here to see this. He'd be so impressed and proud of you. Then I jog back and I'm like, you guys, I threw him real good.
Are you?
I like everything we do now is just to impress Wick.
How did you end up with this much like star power? I don't understand.
It's because
Now-
you're the baby of the group.
Love you.
Sawyer, are you all right with him mistreating you in that way? Like, I don't want to be too offended on your behalf if you're not that worried, but
Didn't get his vocal oil. I still got it right here.
He's also stuck with 12
Yeah, but
children.
And now
we
he's stuck
we
with
wouldn't even
12
have it if he hadn't passed it to us. So just checking.
And now
If you're happy to drop it, I'll drop it.
there's gonna be something that comes along where we're gonna need some vocal oil,
Think-
and now we're
yeah.
gonna have it.
Think of it this way. Either we'll use it here, or when we get back to Petal, it's going to be like a rarity and we can sell it for big buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate the concern and I appreciate you backing me up.
Absolutely. I Hmm.
We'll murder anybody we need to for you, Sawyer. Just remember that. Yeah, even if it's an oil can, we'll find a way.
Miss Tickles is having finishing up a conversation with Yarn Spinner, and she kind of floats her way back over to you all and says, "All right, are you all ready to go?"
We.
I think so. Yeah.
Full step.
Okay. That is where we will end the session. During the off week, you guys are making a journey through the rest of Thither's Woods following Miss Tickles. I'd say maybe a couple hours of travel. And we will start next week at the edge of Yon. So be prepared for a level up, because once you hit Yon, you will level up.
Let's go.
Level 6. See, I'd have magical secrets if I were a lore bard. What do I get as a valor or a swords bard? I don't know. I'll have to find out.
Because especially as a fairy, you get special uses of things.
But guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It was a fun session. You all, I put the post up in the Discord of having an old friend help or hurt the party, and just so you all know, Miss Tickles was the old friend that was going to be doing one of those roles. So you guys did have a role in tonight's session.
She better not have hurt us.
I mean, she might have if she knew you desecrated her body, but...
We took her on a final journey. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will start next week in Yon into the next chapter of the book, and we'll see where the adventure takes us. What do you got going on stream plans for until next week, Mr. Rob?
Man, you do me so much credit by thinking that I have a plan. This Friday, I'm not sure. We might take another look at the Fandelver module. Not a lot of people showed up for that, but I think the people that did really enjoyed it, and I need to do it at some point anyway. So yeah, we will have to see, I'm afraid. But I know Monday will be the community stream. That's the next big thing, and then we'll all be back the following Wednesday. And I'll also be doing it from a hotel room.
Oh, where are you traveling to?
Toronto.
Oh, nice. Maddie, are you going?
I'm not going to Toronto.
Maddie, Ty is, I think.
Ty is going.
Yeah. So Rob and I will either sit in the same room and have the same difficulty of sound, or we'll be the smart people and sit in our own rooms.
Yeah. We'll see how many computers we can get working at once.
And
that will probably be the deciding factor.
And hopefully no internet issues. But I will go ahead and plan on a potential one-shot as a backup for Wednesday, just in case.
Ooh, extra effort.
So,
right.
Well, you know, the guy that runs this channel always wants something on Wednesdays, so, you know.
And I haven't had to worry about it in so long, and I am very grateful.
So, either way, there will be some kind of content on Wednesday next week. So, any other announcements before we sign off, Mr. Rob and company?
Come see us.
Come see us at Emerald City Comic Con.
You guys better send me pictures of your cosplays.
Misfit, if
I
you
work together so fast, and I'm so proud of her.
Yep. We will be there all weekend, and our table's very easy to find because we're one of the few that are in the bridge walkway between sections of dealer's room.
We're kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, we're very central. And if you find Wormwood, we're right next to Wormwood.
Yeah.
Selfless plug.
Misfit, have you got any cool streams going on?
No,
Tell
I'm
us
probably
about your fundraiser. Tell us about what you ended up getting with your fundraiser.
okay. So I ended up with so much supplies. Like I don't know if you can. I can try to very poorly tilt my camera so you can actually see the corner of my workshop that is just covered in school supplies.
How many
I
cubic meters?
It takes
It's a lot of stuff.
about 7 tiles.
Oh.
And we have like the really big square tiles.
Oh, like the 2-footers or the 1.5 feet?
Yeah.
I saw that
we
all full.
Yeah.
We got so much stuff that each school that we've contacted is like, we actually have to talk to logistically about receiving all of this stuff. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, and they were like, no one has ever brought this amount of
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
And whatnot. And I'm
so happy.
I'm so happy about it. Like, I was absolutely blown away. Yeah, I'm a little behind. I will admit that. I totally lost track of time. School started already, but a lot of these classrooms are still struggling to get supplies into the classrooms. And I was like, I have tons of them. Let me give them to you.
And with the way kids go through supplies in a classroom,
Yep.
they always need new stuff.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as being late with this kind of stuff.
No.
You're right on time.
I struggled because we basically cleared out everything. And then we totaled everything out and I was like, oh my God, I still have money for more supplies. So I bought 2 giant things of hand sanitizer. I cleared them out of all of the water bottles. So there is a classroom that will receive a water bottle for every child.
That's so awesome.
And we got them for $1.
Heck yeah.
Tissues, we got everything. So we're just, apparently this amount of stuff, it causes a school logistical nightmare, which I had no idea, but
Why didn't you warn us, Maddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how logistics go. I just show up and I tell kids how to do geometry sometimes.
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 So sometimes it's just turn in your homework. And they give me money to do that.
I used to do art in the school where I went in and taught art to elementary school kids.
Aww.
And I had like basically if they said like, okay, go to your favorite instructor, and like all the kids came running around me and I was like, please no. I don't like children. Stop.
I'm just picturing that in a CN voice.
Right?
Oh God. Oh God, they're tiny sticky hands. Oh God.
No, I did like my kids. So that's great that you got so much stuff for all the kids.
So cool.
That's
Super
cool.
happy.
I think
Well,
We'll
everyone,
do it next year. We'll start it earlier.
we love you all. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you on Friday and or next week. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Tune in next week to see if we ever got
Rate somebody if you would.